Okay, here we have TV Games' 1988 offering of Blockbusters. The sight of this hexagonal playfield will bring back memories for people of a certain age, the ones that spent time watching daytime TV in the late 80s, and this game is an adaptation of the British game show of the same name. I think there was also a US Blockbusters, and presumably many other countries had their own version, but I know this is the British Blockbusters because it's hosted by the genial Bob Holness.
I'll have an E, please, Bob.
Right, indeed you may.
There's Bob now, the gruesome grey visage haunting the bottom right corner of the screen, like the ghost of an accountant who died because he was too boring. Poor old Bob has not come out of the conversion to C64 graphics well. His eyes replaced by emotionless slits, and the way his mouth has been rendered making it look like his lips have been sewn shut. Blockbusters is a head-to-head game, where each player tries to be the first to create a line of hexagons from one side of the playfield to the other by answering questions correctly. You might notice this puts the red player, going horizontally, at a disadvantage, because they have to give 5 correct answers, whereas the vertical, blue player, can make the connection with 4 right answers. In the TV version, this was mitigated by the horizontal team being made up of 2 people, as opposed to the 1 person on the vertical side. No such leniency here though, it's just me versus the computer. Thankfully, the computer is kinda thick, seemingly content to watch the hexagons change colour in any old order, rather than trying to make a successful chain, and being rather slow off the mark when it comes to giving their answers. As well as the concept of making a chain across the board, Blockbusters' other quirk is that you choose the next question based on the letter shown, and the correct answer always begins with that letter. This format results in what was Blockbusters' most enduring legacy. Asking, "Can I have a pee please, Bob?" the usual jokey response being, "No, you should have gone before we started," has long outlived the show itself in the consciousness of the British public.
Which of those 2 are you going to pick, Tim?
We definitely need a pee, Bob.
Well, you'll get one right now.
Although I'm sad to say that my generation is probably the last that will remember the game show that sometimes made the contestants sound as if they're asking to use the bathroom. As for the gameplay, it's another perfectly serviceable trivia challenge, but naturally it has some foibles all of its own. For example, here I answered Disraeli instead of Disraeli, and the game refused to accept my answer, which felt a bit harsh. I'm sure Bob Holness would have accepted Disraeli as the correct answer. He seemed like a nice man. Then, a moment later, having not learnt from my mistake, I answered accumulator instead of accumulator, and the game said close enough. I mean, that literally, the message close enough appears on screen, and gave me the point. All I want is some consistency. Is that too much to ask? On the plus side, it's a surprisingly responsive game, with very little waiting around. Questions can be interrupted if you start typing, so you don't have to wait for them to be laboriously printed on the screen, and selecting the next question is nice and speedy too. On top of that, Bob Holness's ghoulish monochrome face jerks and twitches as you type in your answers, as though he's so excited to hear your response that he's attached the most sensitive parts of his body to a car battery in a misguided attempt to calm himself down. Blockbusters really does have it all. If you win 3 games, you're whisked off to the Gold Run, a special against the clock round where you must still make a connection across the board, but with a much stricter time limit and answers that start with multiple letters. It's certainly much more challenging than the rest of the game, and I enjoyed it a lot more. Or at least I did once I realised that, unlike in the regular rounds, the timer in the Gold Run doesn't stop while you're typing. Once all the blocks have been busted, your biggest disappointment will be the fact that you don't get to take home one of the game show's fabulous prizes, which probably included something like 24 Blockbusters mugs, 1 jug kettle, 1 portable hi-fi complete with CD and tape player, and a very big jar of coffee. Don't believe me?
Here it comes.
Good news, bad news. The good news is that you're taking back to the sixth form common room 24 Blockbuster mugs, 1 jug kettle, 1 portable hi-fi complete with CD and tape player, and a very big jar of coffee.
If you're looking for a quick trivia challenge, you should check this out, especially if you've just fell out of a time portal from the 80s. If you've got no other quiz games to play, that is. If you're trapped on a desert island with a Commodore 64 and a handcrafted, coconut-powered generator, definitely play them. That'll eat up an hour or two as you wait for the rescue helicopter. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and let me know your thoughts and memories of Blockbusters in the comments section. Also, if you're enjoying the nostalgia, then maybe consider subscribing to the channel and following me on this epic journey as we revisit classic Commodore 64 and Amiga titles, hopefully some of which will bring back some good memories from your youth. Check out the playlist on the channel for more Commodore games, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, bye for now.
I'll take an E, please, Bob.
You'll have an E. Right.
Give us an E!